So part 2 of my bedtime perfumes, I was going to have to put White Tea by Elizabeth Arden into this list because I think they're very spa-like Zen perfumes. And even people who I never see talk about Elizabeth Arden, people who never really go for these kind of cheaper, more cheerful fusspot style perfumes, have actually talked about how Zen-like and calming these are. So I don't have the original White Tea anymore because I fell in love with the Ginger Lily version, and I also have this Eau de Parfum version. Now I would say that although, I mean, any of the white teas are going to be fabulous, maybe except for the Eau Fraiche for bedtime, and the Vanilla Orchid one maybe is a bit strong and a bit sweet, but this one, the Mandarin, the Ginger, the original, they are all really calming, Zen-like, easy to wear, soft, light scents. This one, the Eau de Parfum, is focused on rose, whereas the original is focused on iris. So iris is like so soft and pretty, that perfume. It's a bit woodier than this one, which is why I preferred this one. This is like fluffy, fresh laundry with a Zen-like cup of tea and a fresh bouquet of roses next to a bed. That's what it smells like. It's beautiful, it's soothing, it's so easy to wear. I think this and the original in particular are perfect bedtime scents. I think they're incredibly calming. Really, really nice. As opposed to the green tea ones, which obviously are much more kind of invigorating. These are very, very Zen-like, and they smell like a calm, chic lady. That's what I think these perfumes smell like. So that is the first one. Now let's go in for something that I think is just classic. I did consider putting in the original Jovan Musk, but instead what I've gone for is what I consider to be like the modern version of Jovan Musk, which is Jovan Gold Musk. So Gold Musk has star anise and it has a liquor note, and it is sweet and pretty. It is a beautiful golden musk. It's so cozy. I feel like the original Jovan is more animalic and sexy, and this one smells a bit more modern and approachable. It's like kind of the daughter of the original Jovan Musk, if that makes any sense. Now, I love the original Jovan Musk. I have that in oil form and a little spray, and I really like that one, but I do find it quite sexy. So maybe, you know, for bedtime, sexy times, it smells like a sexy woman, that one. This one smells like a cozy woman, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. It has a more kind of syrupy, well, no, that's not true. The original Jovan is very, very syrupy, but this is more like, I don't know, maybe maple syrupy. It's definitely, I mean, if you overspray this one, you're going to smell way too musky. You only need a little bit. It's just, it's probably like, if I make a kind of cozy jumper video, then this one's going to be in it. It's that kind of vibe. It smells like a fluffy jumper, you know. It's just that lovely. I wouldn't wear it in summer, in the evenings, but in like cooler weather, absolutely beautiful. And nobody ever talks about Jovan Gold Musk, and I think they should. In the UK, you can get this really cheaply now. You can get it on Direct Cosmetics for like £8 for this bottle, which is how big? 59ml. That's very specific. So just under 60ml for about £7, and I think it's fabulous. Really, really love that. If you like musks, that is, I think, a really good one. All right, so let's go for something classic for bedtime, which is lavender. So this is Vera Wang French Lavender and Tuberose. I think that this one, it really reminds me a lot of Maison Margiela Coffee Break, which is their kind of sweet, creamy, lavendery perfume. That one has a coffee note in it, but I do tend to think that it smells like chocolate in that, like a dark chocolate, and this has cacao in it. So this is French lavender, cacao. It has like a real sweet creaminess going on in here. It's so beautiful. Oh, it's got a sugary sweetness that is absolutely just, oof, my thing's getting in the way here, absolutely addictive. I love it. I have backups of this. If you can find this, like, you can normally get that, they're only come in 30 mils, you can get them for around £15. You see this beautiful colour, it looks soothing, just the colour, and I just think it's absolutely lush. That chocolate note just takes this into a whole nother beautiful realm with the lavender. Now, I can't actually wear, the other thing that I think reminds me a little bit of this is REM by what's she called, Ariana Grande. I really like that perfume, but there's that kind of tar like synthetic musk smell in that I can't get on with, as there are on quite a few of her perfumes. It's that kind of sort of weird burnt rubbery smell that some of you might recognize from certain perfumes. So I can't wear that one, but this is in that kind of realm. And this is also, if you smelt it, in a similar but less vanilla-y realm to, what's it called? The Burberry Goddess. It's that kind of thing. It's not as vanilla-y. It's more kind of sugary sweet, this one. It has got vanilla in it, I believe, but... and I think there is like some kind of tangerine or something in the top, rather than the ginger you get in Goddess, but... I mean, it's heaven. It's actual heaven. Heaven on a plate. It's very sweet, though. So if you don't like sweet perfumes, this won't be for you. And I'd go more down the white tea route. But very, very beautiful. Love that perfume. Now, let's see. What have we got? So let's stick with the chocolate, shall we? And this is my rollerball of Covet by Sarah Jessica Parker. I did used to have a big bottle of this, but to be honest, I've got like 120 perfumes. I don't really need massive bottles of things I don't wear all the time. And there's very few things that I do wear all the time because I have so many perfumes. But I think Covet, next to the original Stash, is Sarah Jessica Parker's most niche and expensive, interesting smelling perfume. So Covet, it also reminds me a bit of Shade from Lush, which I talked about in my first video. They remind me of each other. And that's because there is a beautiful wood in here. It's not sandalwood, it's teak, but it does have that kind of vibe to it. There is lavender in here. There is citrus in the form of lemon in here. But rather than the olibanum and tonka that gives a slight sweet and smoky vibe to Shade, Covet has dark chocolate in it, and that dark chocolate is really noticeable. So this is and it's got honeysuckle, so it's got this beautiful sweetness, a honeyed floral with lemon, lavender and dark chocolate. Now it is quite unusual, but I think it's gorgeous, and this is very much a cozy at home perfume for me. Very much like it in the evening. I actually wore this recently because I was just craving it. Oh, it's very sweet. It's very pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. Really unusual, but I think it's a beautiful bedtime perfume, this one. I love it. The big bottles are stunning. They're so weird. They're all squat and crazy. They're kind of green and brown, which is like how this smells, man. Like, it's amazing. It also is about, I don't know, £10-15 for 100ml. Incredible bargain. Absolutely love it. So then let's have a look at, this has also got lavender in it. I really like this perfume. I find it very, very soothing. This is Obsessed for women. I also absolutely love this bottle. It's like a beautiful pebble. When I love Calvin Klein bottles, I really, really love them. This one's actually in my little display. So this is sage and elemi and ice, a shed load of isoe super, and like I said, lavender. It smells like cool girl skin. It's like, I'm not sure that I would describe it as sexy. Again, it's more cozy. That's the lavender, and the sage just has this really specific and beautiful smell. If you don't like isoe super, if you can't get on with isoe super, then I would say the best thing that's like this is, it's the 4711 original cologne remix, and it's the lavender remix. That smells almost identical to this. I have had that one in my collection, and there was no point in me keeping it because I have this. And I like the bottle better for this one, so this is the one that I chose to keep. But they are so similar. That one has, again, it has lavender. I can't remember a lot of the notes in there, but I think it has tea, actually. It has a tea note. And it's very sweet. It's slightly creamy. It is very similar to Obsessed. Now, I've also had in the past Obsessed Intense, and I had to decluster that one because it was too sweet for me, and it became cloying to me. But this one, oh, it's just magical. I really like this one. This is a real favourite of mine in slightly cooler weather to wear first thing in the morning, especially like if I'm just hanging around with my husband and I haven't had a shower yet, but I want to smell yummy. This is the one. It's just really cozy, comforting, the perfect level of sweetness. It just smells like my skin just smells amazing, if you see what I mean in that one. So let's go back to something sweet. This is Bonbon Malaysia, and this is Milk Cake. So this is a European brand, but you can get them on eBay in the UK. Sometimes they have them on makeup.uk. This is just it's quite synthetic, but it's really cute. It just smells like milk, like cooked milk specifically, and a bit of vanilla. There is a very slight chocolatey vibe to this because I think there's supposed to be chocolate cake in it, but it's mainly like a kind of cooked, sweetened UHT milk, you know, like it's so pretty. It's light, it's sweet, it's girly, it's technically made for children, it's cheap and cheerful, but it genuinely has similarities to the Lavender perfumes from, I think it's called Shobard or something like that. Those really expensive perfumes, they have a whole bunch of Lait de Biscuit, lait concentrate, all this. This genuinely reminds me of those perfumes. They do smell more expensive, but they're very, very similar. So yeah, I think this is a really cute one, and I do quite like this in the evening. It's also quite nice for just sweeten up perfumes, although it's not massively strong, so it's no toilette. Okay, and then let's go for something a bit random. This is Miss Vanderbilt from Gloria Vanderbilt. So this particular perfume, it's got this kind of really pretty rose gold, and it's got the swan on it. This smells like a body lotion to me. It's got loads of different florals. It's got a few fruits. It's like heliotrope. Sometimes heliotrope really translates as like body lotion to me. It's not massively powdery. There's a little bit of tuberose, but this just really makes me think of a soft, flowery body lotion. And therefore, I think there's something kind of body carey about it that means it will be really nice for like bedtime. Yeah, it's like I think that's a super easy reach for anyone who kind of likes a lotiony, almost like a conditioner or something, that kind of smell. So that one's really cute, and it's a real cheapie, so I wanted to throw that one in just as a little suggestion. Now, this is a random one because this is also a freshie at the same time as just being so zen-like. So this is Wave of Love from Rive. Now this is a dupe of Eclat de Arpege from Lanvin, which is also, to be honest, a very affordable perfume. I just think there's something so calming about this. I have hiccups. So this has the general vibe of a far more feminine D&G light blue, but it's kind of a bit sweeter, it's slightly less woody, and it has this stunning calm vibe because there's tea in it. Also, the main kind of floral scent that you get here is lilac and wisteria, and it is just so beautiful. It's like a gentle spa-like lilac, and it is absolutely glorious. And I just am kind of obsessed with this now, and I wear it as a freshie, but There's something very, very soothing about this perfume in a way that I think that in hot weather, wearing this to bed would be incredible. This is beautiful. I don't feel like I need to get the Lanvin original because I do love this one so much. And I think it was like less than £10 for this whole bottle, which I think is a 90ml. Yeah, so I highly recommend this if you want something soothing. It is in that kind of white tea realm of just being so zen-like, really, really calming and beautiful. Love that one. Then we've got, this is a bit of a random one. This is Muse de Rochas. So Muse de Rochas is, it kind of reminds me a little bit of my beloved Skin Musk in that it's very, very musky. It has a beautiful, creamy, warm, kind of bar soap-like musk in it. But it also has banana leaf. There's some tropical fruits in here as well, but I think banana leaf is the main thing. So there's like a slightly green banana smell to this that makes it smell like a banana bar soap to me. Yeah, I mean, there's something kind of magical about this. And I have worn this quite recently, and my feeling was I'm going to have to put this into my bedtime perfumes because I just thought to myself, I feel like this is very much a sort of comforting evening perfume for me. Like if I've just got out the shower, it's very light, really pretty. It's quite sweet, and it's very kind of easy to wear, and it has that, like I said, bar soap kind of conditioner-y, almost body lotion-y kind of smell to it, but it's just got this hint of banana that's kind of magical. But don't get me wrong, it doesn't smell like straight up banana. I kind of wish it does, because I really love banana, but I think it's just got this kind of subtle hint of it, and because it's banana leaf, there is a slight kind of green freshness to this as well. I can't remember if there's mango, but I feel like there's tropical fruits in here that also just bring out the kind of banana-iness. Just very pretty. I think it's discontinued, but you can definitely still get it in the UK. I think it's a really interesting perfume, and it's something that I feel like it should be talked about more. You know what I mean? And last but not least for this video, this is Mon Petite from Lolita Lempicka. As you can see, like these bottles have got chips all over them, but anyway, it comes with this. This is kind of like a kind of cardboard thing here. So this is the eau de toilette. I have a carded sample of the original Mon Petite, which is an alcohol-free perfume that they say is for new mothers and babies. I don't agree with spraying any kind of perfume on babies, whether there's alcohol in it or not. They don't need that, but anyway. I kind of fell in love with that smell, but I thought if I was going to buy a bottle, and don't get me, I love this bottle. Could you imagine on your bedside table for nighttime? Anything more pretty? So this one, I thought I might as well get the eau de toilette version because it has identical notes, and it's just going to be a bit stronger and longer lasting, and that is exactly what this is. So this is a perfume that has, it's linden blossom, I think, is the main note here, but it also has kind of almondy, it's got sugared almonds in it, so dragée, and it has marshmallows, so it's got these beautiful soft sweet notes. It's kind of musky, but I think the linden blossom is really, really noticeable in this, and I have a few perfumes with linden blossom, so I can really, really pick it out. I think it kind of also smells a bit like an outdoor wedding or something. Like you've got the sugared almonds on the table, you've got the linden blossom in with the flowers in the jars, and then you've got this kind of lovely breeze kind of blowing past you, just picking up all those smells. It's so pretty. Very light, perfect for bedtime. Again, has that slight body lotion-y vibe about it. It smells really innocent and pretty, and it's really, really nice, and I think it's a great one for bedtime. I had to get this from My Origins. It's quite hard to get in the UK, but you can buy it directly from the Lolita Lempicka website, and you can also get from that website, you can get a little sample set of little carded samples. You just have to pay for the postage, and you can smell not the eau de toilette, but the original version they have a carded sample of, and honestly they smell pretty much exactly the same. So yeah, this is a lovely one, and I do love this bottle, so I'm really happy to have this, and it's going to be spritzing away in my mornings and evenings when I just want to smell slightly sweet and cozy and yummy. Okay, so that's the last one from this batch, and I will be back soon with the last in this series. I hope this was helpful, and let me know if you guys have any of these.